like to welcome you to the Trip 101 Travel Talks series. It's good to be back again, and we have another travel talk for you today. So we're now on our fourth episode. So we are happy that you are here with us to learn and explore another city and country. So for this episode, we will explore a city that is ideal for a getaway destination because of its walkable streets, compact city center, and abundance of things to see and do. So this city is rich with history and a home to many literary pioneers. So the city we are focusing on today is the capital city of Ireland, Dublin City. To explore this city, two beautiful people will be joining us today. So we have Anne Browne, a tour guide with 5 years of experience and a native Dubliner. And we also have Yulianna Sabitova, a lifestyle and travel content creator based out of Ireland. So let us welcome our guests for today, Anne and Yulianna. So hi Anne and Yulianna. I would like to officially welcome you to the Trip 101 Travel Talks series, and we're glad that you've accepted our invitation. So yeah, you can say hello to our viewers and briefly introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Anne Browne. I'm a native Dubliner. I've lived here nearly all my life. I lived 10 years in London. I love walking the streets of Dublin and discovering new places all the time. And welcoming tourists, obviously, and showing them around.
I am Yulianna. Nice to meet you. About 5 years, the last 5 years, I lived in Dublin, and I really love this country.
So today we will be exploring the rich historical city of Dublin and the country of Ireland. So we are truly grateful that you have joined us to share your experiences about this city and country. So yeah, to start this episode, we prepared a fun quiz for you. So to slightly break the ice before we go through a more serious conversation, you just need to pick one item between the two choices. So okay, let's begin. So for the first question is that, what type of traveler are you? Do you want backpack or a suitcase?
Suitcase.
A suitcase, a small one, but a suitcase for me too.
Yeah. How do you like to travel? Group or solo?
I like to travel with my husband.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like traveling with my husband. I'm quite solitary when I'm away because I like to read and relax, but I like having someone with me also.
So yeah, which one do you like more? Historical spots or natural beauty?
Natural, beautiful.
Natural beauty, definitely.
It's good to hear that our guests have same preferences when it comes to traveling. So, what do you like to do on your trips? Do you want to relax or maybe have some adventure trip?
Adventure trips and a little bit relax.
Yeah, definitely adventure. I like to have a very busy day discovering whether it's a city, the streets, or the country, like hiking, and be really busy, discover new things, be exhausted, and then totally relax in the evening.
Yeah, that's good to hear, yeah. So, what is more important, photographs or experiences?
That's an interesting question. For me, it's experience, of course, but if I have a great drone videos, will be great.
Yeah, I agree with you, Yulianna. Sometimes people are too busy with their cameras and they're missing things, but I love to take it all in, but I definitely need to take a few, just very few photos as, memories.
Thank you for your answers, and with that, we've got an idea about your preferences when it comes to travel. We'll now proceed to your first-hand experiences in Dublin and Ireland as a country. Can you tell us something unique about Dublin, or share with us the reason why you like Dublin? Anyone can go first.
Okay, could I have the first? First, I would like to say about Irish people. It's so fun. It's so kind, and active people, and I really like these people. They are all friendly, and it's so much beautiful country. You can have here hiking or more natural beauty places, and you can have catch up on northern lights and so kangaroo, etc. Many things that you can do in Ireland and in Dublin itself.
Yeah, it's my dream to see a northern light as well. Yeah, how about you, Anne?
Well, I'll just concentrate on Dublin. I love it. It's my hometown, of course.
Yeah.
I think what most people love is it's very historical. It's a very interesting history. Very varied, lots of visitors, the Vikings, the Celts, the Huguenots, the English, the Normans, everybody came. So very historical, but it's very, I agree with Yulianna, it's a very, very friendly city generally. People love to talk, people tell stories, and they're friendly, and there's a very particular sort of Dublin sense of humour. So it's a very friendly place.
So yeah. So what are your favorite places to visit or hang out in Dublin?
Okay, handout. I don't know. It's most popular for tourist place in Dublin. It's a Temple Bar area where having many pubs or another restaurants. But I would like one bar. It's a Cafe and Scene. It's the best place for me.
I love the cathedrals. I love St. Patrick's Cathedral. I love Christchurch because they're so ancient. They're 1,000 years old. I love Trinity College.
Can you tell us about some secret or hidden spot in Dublin that visitors generally miss out on when they get the chance to visit there?
I think it can be our garden. With waterfall. It's near the city center of Dublin, and I also like Herbert Park. It's really beautiful. It's blossomed, and
for me, there's a very old library beside St. Patrick's Cathedral called Marsh's Library. Yeah. Very few people know about it. It was founded in 1702. By the Archbishop there, and it's tiny, but what I love is that it's so ancient and old, but what I love is that it's had so many famous visitors like Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula, Oscar Wilde. All these writers and these people used to go there and sit and study and read and research. So I love Marsh's Library. And I also love, like Yulianna, I love the park, St. Stephen's Green, the ponds, Herbert Park. I love the parks. And a few little hidden cocktail bars down below, in basements. They're good too.
Yeah, sometimes the hidden ones are the precious ones, just like what I always said. Which spots and attractions would you recommend to travelers visiting Dublin? So, what should their itinerary look like? So, where should they stop and where should they stop for meals while having the itinerary? So, maybe Anne could help us here.
Well, the places I mentioned, the historical places I love, just walking around Dublin, it's very compact, visit Trinity, walk through Temple Bar, go up to Christchurch Cathedral, maybe visit St. Patrick's, come back via Dublin Castle, and you can do all that in a morning or in, a few hours. Then there's another thing I love recommending, and that is that there's a little overland train called the Dart, and it goes to the north side and the south side along the coast. And if you go south along the coast, even for half an hour, there are all these little seaside villages like Dunleary and Dalkey where you can stop and eat. You see the yacht clubs, you can walk there, lots of bars and cafes, so that's lovely. Other very good spots to eat in Dublin would be Dawson Street, has several restaurants, Wicklow Street, Camden Street, Ainger Street. They're all around Grafton Street, the shopping area, and they've great bars and restaurants, as well as Temple Bar. So lots of places to eat and drink.
About Temple Bar, it's so much expensive place for eating, I think, because it's most popular for tourist places. And I like food markets. For example, on the Gerber Park and Dunleary, it's almost all time doing on the weekends, and you can eat in that places.
So, which cities and location should travelers to Ireland include in their itinerary?
I think first it's Galway city, and nearest area near Galway, it's a beautiful place, Connemara or maybe and Cliffs of Moher. And I also like Kerry, County Kerry, and it's there is many beautiful places for hiking, for just traveling, and Donegal and Dingle. It's the best places in Ireland.
I agree. Well, I love Galway's a fun city. It's very small. All the cities are very small, much smaller than Dublin even. So, it's quite a university town. So it's very young, lots of bars and lots of music. And you can go out to the coast, to Connemara, and also south to the Cliffs of Moher, as Yulianna said. Other little towns that are lovely, Donegal town, Westport town, Dingle is very special. I agree with Yulianna. It's still a very old-fashioned fishing village with amazingly old-fashioned pubs and restaurants.
How many days would it take, or maybe hours, to visit Dublin?
2
days.
At least. 1 is too little. 3 is good. 2, you would get to see a lot of the sites I mentioned and maybe go out the coast a bit, and then definitely the rest of the country.
Yeah. So, hearing your experiences and thoughts about the places that we could see in Dublin, I could really feel that it has a lot to offer to its tourists. So, I believe our viewers also love the itinerary that you shared. So, I hope that one day when we get our visa and the budget to book our plane tickets, we will get the chance to experience these beautiful spots that you mentioned. So, thank you for your wonderful insights. Could you tell us about a must-try dish one should try in Ireland? So maybe something that is your personal favorite and where we could find it.
My favorite thing, Irish drink, I think it's Guinness with blackcurrant syrup. It's you never find it on the menu, but if you ask all time, you can have it.
We have a famous dish called Irish stew. It's not my favorite dish, but I think it's like everything goes in one pot. So it's like, lamb, potatoes, carrots, all the flavoring all in one pot. So it really is a stew, but it's just a very typical Irish dish.
So for this next question is that, what are the major festivals in Ireland or any cultural events that visitors can experience or plan their trip around? Are there any major festivals or events upcoming in this year, 2024?
In the 17th of March, there's St. Patrick's Day, which is, St. Patrick's our patron saint, so it's a massive thing, and there's parade. Of course, it's turned into, when I was a kid, the pubs were closed on St. Patrick's Day. Now they're open, so it's a big party in the city centre. There's also the Galway races, which is really fun. That's the last week in July, every summer. There is the Dublin Theatre Festival in October. There is the Wexford Opera Festival in October.
Yeah, there is a lot of music festivals. For example, nearby city where I live in Dublin, I live in Kilcock. We have a special music festival. It's local, and if major, of course, it's St. Patrick, and I think it's a Guinness Book Just Festival, but it's all time sold out. The tickets I can't find.
So I want to ask you guys, what is the best time to visit Dublin and Ireland?
My opinion is spring or summer. It's the best time for traveling.
I think May and June are lovely months. It's just beginning to get very spring-like here, and the blossoms are coming on the trees. So May and June are lovely. And then also September is wonderful because it gets quieter then. It's not as busy in the city. So September is a gorgeous month and very often nicer weather, So.
Yeah, we will take note of that. So May, June, September. So yeah. For this question is which neighborhood or part of the city would you recommend for different types of travelers who are planning to visit Dublin? Different types of travelers have different preferences. So what would be a good neighborhood for a solo travelers or backpackers?
Well, I think, for solo travelers, they really have to be careful, you know. So I personally think the south side of the city centre, or else a south side suburb, maybe 2 or 3 miles, you know, outside, is just a little bit safer to stay.
What neighborhood would you recommend for them, for families?
Well, there are great hotels in the city centre. You know, I think sometimes families like to be in the city centre. But again, I think, you know, if you just go 3 miles to Ballsbridge or out to Dunleary on the coast, for family, you know, that they have seaside and more cafes and maybe sometimes a little less expensive. But there's a train that's only 15 minutes, you know, and buses into town.
And for a group of friends traveling to Dublin, what neighborhood would you recommend for them?
I think it's a good place everywhere when you with friends.
You know, you can stay in the city centre. It's. I think if there's a group of friends, I could easily say go a mile to Rathmines, to Donnybrook, to Sandymount, just to be outside of the city. But if you're a group of friends, sometimes they just want to be in the city centre. And yeah, the city centre is good. I know we keep saying the south side of the river, but I just think it's a little safer. Dublin is generally safe, but it's a capital city, so you have to always say, be careful.
Is it safe for solo travelers or women to go around? Or is there any precaution you would recommend for them to take?
I think stay away from, if you're a female traveling alone, I would say just stay away from the really quiet streets at night. You know, stay on the busy ones. We all know the feeling of a safe area and avoid the very quiet little streets. And I think it is safe for a woman if you just do take all the normal safety precautions, you know.
So why should Ireland be on one's bucket list?
Ireland is the best country on the world when we have great weather. It's the first thing. Second thing, you can find here everything what you want. It's a beautiful natural places, many animals like a kangaroo, like puffins, like a deer, and you can saw it by yourself. You need to saw it by yourself.
I think Ireland has so much natural beauty. It's very rugged and unspoiled because it's underpopulated, so it's very beautiful. And I just think the people are very, very welcoming and friendly. So you're guaranteed to have a lovely time and meet nice people. And so I think you'd be ensured of a very good holiday here with lots of history. So yeah, they're the reasons.
I think this concludes our 4th episode. So we appreciate your presence on the Trip101 Travel Talks. So we certainly have gained a lot of knowledge about your beautiful city. So I hope when we visit Dublin, we can see you and be one of your guests. So, and to all our viewers, we are grateful for your unwavering support. We hope that you always stay tuned to our series until our next episode, and have a nice day. So thank you so much, Anne and Yulianna.
Thank you.